was in
Sandy
pain.
Bird?
Right.
Hey,
It was, I just fell and I broke the femur neck, this part right
Show,
here, so that
show
whole
us the
bone
real
went out.
you doing. I mean, how
see,
is
this
it-
is
Hurts. It
Presidente.
still hurts.
Yeah.
Bill's
Joe.
Joe's talking to
Yes?
you. Joey's talking to you, Bill.
This is Presidente.
All right. You want me to have a sip?
Sure.
Thank you. Wait a minute. I'm going to put it in a glass.
All right.
Just like a
There
honey.
you go, Joe, he's handing it back.
Oh, thank you.
I put it in a sip of the glass. Thank you. Right, here it goes.
How was
Are
it?
you ready? Are you ready? Here it goes. Down the gullet, down the hat.
Come sit in your chair, baby. We got fancy dishes today.
Oh, wow.
That's something else. That's almost like, you know what it tastes like? What's it?
I don't know what I would compare it to.
It tastes like Prosecco.
Really?
Hey, Joe, we're eating salad first.
Okay.
You know, us human beings are funny. We've invented alcoholic beverages for about 80,000 years now, I think.
There was some guy, some anthropologist that was crediting beer with
Yeah, civilization.
civilization. Yeah.
They say the only
know what?
society are the Inuits. The Inuits are the only ones that don't have an alcoholic beverage. Because life is too hard there. They die too quickly.
Was it a chicken or the egg scenario?
No, it's like you go outside the igloo to take a leak. And you
And it
freeze up
freezes.
and you're dead.
Oh.
You're seeing all those videos they're posting, pouring water and it
purgatory.
freezes in
That's what
the
God
heart.
sends
Oh
them.
my God, can you imagine it being that cold?
No.
I
I'm gonna go
know.
outside
It
the
gets
igloo
so
now.
cold in Green Bay that you have to keep beer warm at the Packer Stadium.
Holy moly.
Well, Joe,
No
Yeah.
name is worth.
Houston put a gallant fight in the first half,
Mm-hmm.
but then they got clobbered.
Yep.
Who's quarterback for Baltimore?
Lamar Jackson.
Angel, you hungry?
Yeah, he wants some meat.
When everybody eats, I will get him some.
There's plenty of food too.
I know. Well,
There's even food for Olsen.
is there any more up there I can get for Joe or no?
No, honey. This is it. It's
This
8 pounds of meat.
This is, wait a minute, what's that? Who's saying?
I hope you want. Bet there's more salad for you.
No, I'm fine.
I like to eat everything all at once. You know, I don't like. Yeah, Angel likes candy.
So Rudy, what cut is this? What cut of beef?
Well, that's good.
Good question. It's a prime rib.
Here, give me your
Okay.
They
plate.
make prime rib with.
Well, that's a pretty easy to answer question,
Here.
And since you don't eat it and I don't eat it, the dog next door gets the
but the bone.
Olsen. Olsen, Kingsley.
Olsen, Luke, Brady.
Olsen, Luke. Give me your plate, Bill. Keep it there. Wait a minute. I'm not getting enough. Yes, please.
Don't do for the job. There you
No.
go.
Whoa,
it's-
wait,
it-
hey, oh. That was a full one there.
Rudy, you not eating potatoes?
I'm gonna
Joey,
go
Mommy
now,
made a
'cause I
new
have
kind of
got to-
potato.
Oh, what'd you do?
It's kind of like
Forget
scallop
it.
potatoes.
Gotta go to the Y.
I know. Why,
Bill?
we're talking about going to,
I'm not going to the Y.
Yes, you are. Yes, you are.
we're talking about going to LA Fitness. That's
With
what she wants
Beth.
to go.
You and Beth are going to the Y.
I don't
Beth-
like the Y.
Beth has already signed up. Beth and I are already paying for the Y.
I'm not. I don't like the Y.
Why?
It is too crowded.
What?
You have to sign up for a class like days in advance before you can get in because they're so crowded.
If you're retired,
Hmm?
if you're retired, you can do the middle of the day ones.
No. This one at Planet Fitness,
Yeah.
they take the silver sneakers for the old people
Sue.
thing over 65.
Sue,
What?
first of all,
Bill,
it's
get
not
some
Planet
meat.
Fitness.
It's
It's
LA
LA
Fitness.
Fitness.
Here.
Second,
Bill.
he's right. If you go in the middle
I
of
don't
the day at 11, where we're talking
Bill, I
about
don't know.
going,
What kind of meat? You like
Uh,
rare,
one
medium?
that's cut in a shape that I can eat.
There you go.
that's a
Okay.
good piece of Bill.
Alright, there's
Thank you.
tons in there, Beth. You
Okay.
want some meat?
I have to cut my own because
So I,
is that really lean?
so Sue,
I can't-
Yeah,
I'm
that
not
one's
gonna-
pretty lean.
I'm not gonna come back at you on that. I think you're right.
Except for right there.
What's funny is
In
the
there.
Y gets full
Oh,
nowadays
sorry.
with kids.
Will you give it to me if you
High
don't?
school kids are hugely packed in there. But part of me
That
says,
means-
you know what?
Go for it.
It's not the old man's Christian Association.
Are you kidding me? You go in there and you go, the first picture on the left, it's a woman married to another woman with a kid, and it's supposed to be Young Men's Christian Association.
Oh.
Can I have more meat than that, please? Okay, Angel, I'm giving you stuff, okay? But I gotta cook food for Joey.
Angel, I'm not giving you anything because you'll be on the
Well,
floor.
I usually give him, this is what we do.
Angel gets his
I can't
cut.
see in there. Is that lean?
I think
No.
so.
Honey,
No.
it's not
No.
lean cut.
Don't
It's
do
not
it
supposed to
to a
be
dog.
lean.
No, me.
Oh, Beth, I'm sorry.
Is that lean?
No.
I like it fat. Joe,
Alright, Beth.
I'm
Here,
on
this-
I
fire.
have
Look.
to do my own.
Okay, do your own.
Are you ready for meat, Joe?
Yes.
I don't think this is a very lean
I
piece of meat.
understand that. I understand that. No,
So
that's fine.
this, look, this part right here is lean. Look,
I think the dog has,
That's
either wants to
lean.
go out or has changed his dietary
that's
to
pretty
that
lean.
those chicken tenders, because he will not even eat this.
Okay, Ange.
Yeah, we have a 5-year-old dog who
You want to toss the asparagus?
is still having trouble with my wife dealing.
Dog.
Like that? I'll hold it.
No, I'll hold it for you, but I don't think there's a path forward for you here.
Sorry. You need a different utensil. All right, Ange. Mommy, I'll cut up Angel's. You cut up Joey's.
So I'm working on,
Joey likes, Angel likes when we eat as a family.
You know, so Beth and I have worked apart all these years. And now we've been living together and eating together for a long time.
Since 2020.
I finally said, Beth, I need to make my own food. I need to make my own dinners. You know, like one night a week or 2 nights a week, I want to make what I want to make.
can I please have Joey's plate?
You know
What
what?
is it that you like to eat?
Things.
Weird stuff.
Like,
Like I have a dish that I like to make that's beans. Like, so I saute
Beans and
onions
tomatoes.
and I put in black beans and I put in tomato sauce and you know, this,
Joey
that,
wants
and the other.
asparagus?
No thanks.
Here, that was all that came out of this meat. The rest of it is fat. Give him this, we'll give him some more later when he asks for it. Joe,
Here's
you
your
want
fork.
creamy horseradish or you want the real McCoy?
Creamy. I like
So
creamy.
then will you give Joey some?
But bottom line is, you know, we spent
12
15
o'clock.
years
Huh?
where one of us was home and one of us wasn't. You know?
yeah. Was it hard? Like, I know Katie and Craig.
I haven't heard.
Katie is really.
Yeah.
I don't think Craig is. I think Craig likes being home and having somebody, you know,
Yep.
cook him dinner and get him to do what he wants to do. But
I don't know, but you remember what she said when we were on that cruise? She said, if you were wondering why I've been drunk all these years.
Why
he's
do you think I've been
driving
drunk all this time? She's not cracking me up.
he's funny.
I'm kind of like Mr. Bill. I like going places and doing things. And
Everybody does, Joe, when time is right.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes
So,
it's
how
different
is it,
places
Joe?
and different things.
wonderful.
You'll start cooking classes on the 29th.
Mm-hmm.
So South Neck also has a culinary program.
Mm-hmm.
So another,
Oh, that's the only class that Joey loved in
Joey
Myers Park.
loved.
I love World Cuisine. World Cuisine, they actually took us out places at GMS.
It's hot in here. You
It's
hot?
cold in
You
my
want to
room.
open that, you'll be
No,
cold
I'm
in
just
there.
having a hot flash, I guess. Honey, these potatoes do not come out salty. I mean, they're salty, but not like horrible.
Not unedible, they're
Uh-uh.
good.
they're delish.
Mm-hmm.
You work hard on those, guys.
Yeah.
You made them perfectly.
Making
Prep
scallop potatoes from scratch is no small.
No. And it says prep time 25 minutes. It took me an hour and a half to prep,
I believe it.
to peel 4 pounds of potato, and they were small potatoes. I should have just gotten 4 big potatoes. But,
Oh, really?
and then
That's the thing, is
to,
half that.
and then you have to slice them, and then you have to grate all the cheese, and then you have to cut
That's
the
what took
onions
you
and
the
the
time.
garlic and the
Making the sauce and what.
uh-huh.
That's what took the time. Joe, you ready for some more
They're
meat?
delicious.
Not yet.
Okay.
It's,
Well, I
Did you
overcooked
find
it a
any
little.
meat that you didn't eat?
I did.
Rudy is always delicious.
It's a big old slab there, Bill.
If you want me to,
Happy birthday.
happy birthday.
whose birthday is it?
Joey, it's your birthday.
Mine next week. Mine next week. That's
Oh.
why I'm gonna go ahead and get your mom and your dad's cheers.
Happy birthday.
Happy birthday.
Oh, happy birthday. Monday's my half birthday.
Oh,
Exactly?
Mm-hmm.
Oh,
what?
we didn't miss one of the kids' birthdays, did we?
Oh,
One of the grand.
Gavin. Nick was December. February
Gavin and
19th.
Mhm.
had everybody over on, what was it, the day before my brother left?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
One I should have thrown out.
That was Christmas.
Yeah.
That's supposed to be under your breath.
No.
No.
I fell asleep.
We're trying to have. We have to plan another one for February.
Yeah. Game night.
Family
With the
game night
grandchildren and
with the
Rosie.
grandkids. Rosie. Rudy cooks their favorite meal, Cuban.
Can I have some more
Try
meat?
to beef Creole.
That was
Yes,
the
Joe?
last one. What do they want next time? Pigadillo. That's
I hate
easy.
picadillo.
Hmm?
I don't like picadillo, but I'll make it.
I don't like that much either, but
There you go, Joey don't like it either. That.
What's the good deal?
Ground beef.
Shredded ground beef. Ground beef.
I'm trying to think if I have any other meat in there to give you.
No, I'm fine.
Honey,
I
she
know.
can cut the look.
She
even
doesn't
me.
like beef.
Even me.
No, I do like beef.
Just not
Best beef I've
fatty.
ever had was at her house.
I know, don't tell her anything more, or I'm not gonna continue to eat candy.
Susan, can I have those, like,
what kind of beef did you have at her house?
Good beef.
they took a very expensive cut of filet mignon,
Kobe?
Good.
and it wasn't made separate, like, but it was like a big piece of tenderloin.
Mm-hmm.
Oh wow.
It was done in the oven or something like that.
You know, they have Kobe beef in Vegas, a lot of places.
Yeah, they do.
Do you remember the party we had at our house for Beth's birthday? I think when she turned 60 or something
50.
like that. Or 50. It was a huge party in that house. And it was rocking. I mean, the whole house was
was.
full. And I told her, I said, I want to do that again this year.
Not this year.
That sounds fun.
Maybe next year. After the wedding, I'm going to probably not be ready to throw a huge party.
Parties are fun.
Yes.
Take it from me, I know them very well.
Well, Joan,
Where do you pass the
this
asparagus?
October, Abby gets married. Our daughter.
Oh, wow.
How's the plans? Have you gone looking for a dress?
Next weekend.
Where's she going?
I don't know. She's made appointments places.
I can't believe you actually can't. I
Floating
mean,
around so I can serve myself
Yeah.
some beef. Just a second.
I'm honored you came like out in this weather just to come here and eat.
Oh, it's not that cold.
Really?
Joe was like, I can't believe they're gonna go out in this cold weather.
I saw Mr. Biggers in Harris Teeter. It's dad. In shorts.
Well,
I said, you are making me cold. Just
You
looking
know
at
who does that? One of
I
my
wouldn't know
coworkers.
Biggers
His
if I
name's
fell
Daniel.
over him, Mr. Biggers.
Where's she from?
His father is tall.
He's from
like
Atlanta.
6'2".
Oh,
Oh wow.
I mean, he's just short Asian
Yeah,
dude.
he
He's
got the
weird, but he's
unfortunate-
crazy.
Mother's height. You know, the mother is teeny.
What's up there? Daniel, I heard you was coming to work in shorts. I don't know why Philip allows that.
Man, dog ate up all your meat.
But see, I bought him.
Right?
He just likes to be
He likes to eat
apart.
with the family.
Yeah. I bought him some.
He just likes
of
being
those-
difficult.
You want that one?
No.
I
Wow.
bought him a piece of meat
Eat.
that's all
Bill.
cut up in little tiny things for like to make Mexican food. So I put it in chimichurri and I said, oh, this is great. So I'll be able to do it every night. He wouldn't eat it. He ate it one time and he's like, nah. I like part of your steak. That's what I like.
He's like, you think I'm dumb? I know what you're eating.
He's a funny dog.
I'd be eating chicken tenders, and mommy would giving me some chicken. Oh, he's by you. Give him some of this.
He likes chicken tenders.
I know he does. It's like
All dogs do.
I give him some. I try to give him some of whatever the heck she gave me to give to him. He's like, nope, not eating it. Give him tear him off a piece of chicken tender, eat it right up. I was like, he knows, and he wants what we're eating. Like he knows what he wants.
St. Gabriel still?
No, St. Matt's.
No, no.
I gotta go to St. Matt's and get him in some kind of youth program or something.
We're not members anywhere.
Technically, we are.
Technically,
According to our beloved bishop, he keeps sending us.
we don't tithe, so we are not members.
Yeah, no. I don't think anybody else does either, but anyway. I've been going
been to
back to
church in
St.
so
Gabe's and it's a whole new ballgame there. You know, that guy.
You like them?
I'm okay.
At the beginning, you liked him.
Well,
Richard?
he's young and he's trying to make a young congregation. So, you know, that's not me. And pardon me, that doesn't particularly fit
Well,
my
the old
personal place
people-
in life, but it's correct. What he's doing is right.
Yeah. You just don't like it.
But
No.
isn't there an older one there?
I don't think so.
Because my mother doesn't like him.
The old people
There's
used to
two.
go.
Yeah, because
Those
they've
are
taken
those
all
who
the
follow
old people activity out of the scene there.
Yeah.
The owls.
They still have the owls.
I think they
What's
have
on?
it. I think they have those. So what did she say?
It's in the bulletin.
No, they used to have all kinds of
So
different
what did she
things.
say, Sid?
That they cut out a lot of things for the elderly,
Like what?
and
Like events?
yeah, and that there was a bunch of people who wrote a letter and signed it and sent it to the bishop, and
And what happened?
Nothing.
Nothing.
not,
Well,
I
but-
don't know. You know, my mother just
Yeah.
You know how it is in any a large organization, is it the bishop or is it the priest or what? But that's it, man. You move along, keep moving along. What with my knee is what's so important is I've got to be on the right side of the pew, and that's kind of like being a dick. You know, it's like, I'm sorry. You know, I need to. No, I can't move in. I got to stay out here.
Yeah, no, I got it.
That's why you got it. Well,
Yeah. So.
you can't go early to get the right seat, because then if you go early, if you're the first one, of course you have to get up and down, up
So
and down.
all of a
up and
sudden,
down.
I'm in the middle of the pew, and they put the kneeler down. I'm like, I can't. You know, I need to get like 4 people down this way before I can swing my leg around.
The last time we went to church was Sadia Lopez's funeral. And my mother has all those old lady friends.
Mm-hmm.
And they all take up the back 2 rows. They are so hard of hearing that they talk really loud when they think they're whispering. So the mass is going on and they're going, did you see that? And I'm like, oh my God. And I turn around and I look at it, I'm like, oh
Put your hearing aids in.
stop.
So,
I tell my mother, like, you need to tell your friends that they need to stop.
And
I
what
heard
did
that
you
they
say?
took other
Just-
TV screens
Yeah.
down. Order from.
well, they didn't take them down, but they. Well, I think that give them some time. We'll change that.
What?
But my mom went to church on Wednesdays, for the last 25 plus years of her life.
Why? Wednesdays is a very popular Protestant.
Yeah.
Yes, they had the Episcopal Church. They had a Wednesday.
And then they had dinners, and they always.
Sandy next door.
Look at that one.
Hearing Southerners talk about going to Bible study, it's like, oh, I'm going to Bible study, and I was like, oh wow, like how long did that take? About 2 hours. I used to get home about like midnight.
Hey Joe, you know who's the Bible study teacher?
Brad.
So you knew.
Yeah, I knew. And I was talking about New Year's Eve, and the drivers were like, yeah, we didn't really get off. We didn't get off till like 2 a.m. because a bunch of people were getting out of church at like 12:15, 12:30, 1 a.m.
I just remember growing up, our neighbor, she used to take me to her church, Presbyterian, on Sardis,
Really? What'd you think of it?
on Wednesdays. And they would have like a kids thing, and then they would have dinner, and I was like, that is the coolest thing ever.
No, it's like wherever we go, it's like everybody like they go to church, and like as soon as the mass ends, they clap. And some people don't even stay for the closing song. They get up and
I went to Presbyterian church for many years
I have to
Which
take
one?
in
you.
Salisbury,
I have to take you
for John
to.
Kinder, on Sundays. And what I
How
felt,
about in college?
Where?
Where'd you go?
Catholic, they had a Catholic church.
the
we went
Catholic church
lots
is in
of
the hood.
times.
Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah, we gotta go to a black church. Then you're really gonna get it.
So what are the differences? How would you say?
No, they stay like
Presbyterian,
Either
a lot of singing,
Yeah.
everybody dressed to the nines. It was like, you came to be seen.
so like Baptist churches.
Yeah. Very
Baptist-
hoity-toity people
Oh,
at that church.
Oh.
A lot of singing, the Our Father, and then a sermon.
no, you ever been to?
So you're like or not like scale? 1 to 10, 5,
Not like
4, 3.
4.
All right. Have you been to a different church?
I've gone to Elevation.
What do you think of that?
It's a mega church. Like,
I
you
was
know,
going
it
through
always
a
rubs me
phase.
the wrong way. Where like the main pastor, like you're hearing the main pastor speak and all this stuff. He's telling you all these things. It's like you can't go shake his hand because he's got freaking bodyguards around him. God, I hate that. It's like you can't trust the people that you're ministering the word to enough. Like, really?
Well, Catholic Church is about that big.
Well, I loved Elevation when I went. But that was a time in my life when I needed that.
But what did you like about it?
it's loud and fun.
No, it's a lot more
His
than that.
sermons were amazing.
Feel good sermon.
Yep.
And they related from the Bible to every day. And you can take what he was teaching you and use it in everyday life.
I
Oh,
only heard one sermon.
the one we went to with me
The
when they.
singing, the music was amazing.
It was a damn, you know what? It was a
Rock band.
fusion between a rock and roll concert and the Nuremberg trial. I mean, the Nuremberg rallies. That's what it was like. Well, no reverence, right? I mean, I just can't
Yeah,
handle that.
it was, you know,
So I grew up in the Episcopal
It's like a church for blind people. Like,
And
we
with
don't
the-
need any visual anything.
The sermons were, I hate to say the word for it, but a little bit more intellectual.
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 Okay.
It wasn't bullshit. It was like, so let's
Is
take a look at today's readings and let's go back. Let's look at some translations, look at this, that, and the other.
Oh,
And
okay.
they were a lot more intellectually challenging. The Catholic Church and the Episcopal Church, I feel like both have wonderful connections moving forward, but along the way they're yin and yang. The Catholic Church is about making sure the church moves forward, whereas the Episcopal Church is much more about make sure that we move our congregants forward. And so you wind up with priests, preachers, congregants, whatever you want to call them, but you know, the Episcopal Church right now is hung up in women preachers, women priests,
Yeah.
and some of them are overtly lesbians.
Oh, okay. That's the
So,
problem.
yeah.
you know, don't think that you know it's black and white, that the other
Yeah.
side has it right.
I don't know. I
One
was just
question
going
for
to
you.
the Catholic Church. You go in, you sit down, you stand up. It's just everything is blah blah blah. blah.
It's just like-
so rote,
We
and
went to a
nobody
very-
means anything when
We
they're,
went to a
you
very
know.
rough patch.
Yeah.
You can say the Our Father. Listen to the words. Just.
So what would you rather have?
A mix between Elevation and the Catholic Church.
Yeah,
Oh my God.
something that's a little more what?
Active.
Yes, and
He can tone it down for his homily, not a sermon.
yeah,
I mean, he doesn't give a homily because he's not a Catholic priest.
There
He
you
gives
go.
a sermon.
but it's a
All right.
sermon, same thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
So he can tone it down, but still give the message.
The guy was right on scripture. That's the only thing I liked about that. He was right on.
You can't stand his voice.
No, I can't.
He had a grip on scripture. He really did.
He spoke to us on
Everything
assignment.
else-
He spoke
everything
to
else was just.
he spoke to our class
Of course,
our
they came in right after
class on assignment.
that. Somebody
Like
sat beside you and gave you a piece of paper so you could get your name so you start typing.
Right.
wasn't that what they
And we've
all
been-
do
They
though?
gave you a
Get them-
Bible, you know.
Joe, you want some more meat?
Yes, please. And some more horseradish.
Okay.
Hey, Joe, you want to try these potatoes?
No, thanks.
Just one?
Somebody
You want
help me get some meat for
No.
Joe.
Are they crispy?
No.
No.
Oh, that's the one he likes.
That's
Here.
for Joe.
So I think a lot
Give
of
me
it
your
is,
plate.
you know, how are you
Huh?
raised?
Oh.
Not
know.
you, Joe.
So my mom and dad, I think my mom was, you know, they were Presbyterians. My dad,
What is
I
this?
don't know
for?
what
You
they
want-
were, but they, you know,
For them.
they found the Episcopal Church early on, and that's where they went. And I think it's largely to do with their neighborhood, right? The Episcopal Church was right up the
Yeah,
road.
yeah.
So,
So have you guys been going to St. Gabe's a lot or no?
They didn't
I
go
have.
at all
I
while
have.
he was recovering, but he started going again.
I want to start going back to church. I really do.
but I'm not,
I feel like
but
I
half of me,
need
Sue, says
to
this
find
is,
one.
I need to find another church.
Than St. Gabriel's.
Yeah. And not that there's anything
That's the
bad.
one I like
it's
because
for the young. Why? What are they doing that's making it for the young?
Well, you just get the feel.
I actually, and like that's the one I like a lot, like out of the Catholic churches, because I don't, maybe because I know like every third or fourth person there, but I don't know. It's just whatever gets your spirit going is, I guess, you know.
Yeah, whatever gets your spirits going.
6:33.
You said it 100%, whatever works for you.
And at the time, that's why I went to Elevation, because it got my spirit going. Everybody's
And then the music that you could feel, literally, like
He
from
loved that. I went because
This is
of
what I
him.
do every morning.
because of me.
Yeah, you liked going.
I do. I love
They
anything
have a
where
sermon,
I love
right.
when you could feel the music. Like the music
There's
just
some-
not only can you hear it, but you feel it. Like it just I
The
don't know.
bass and it just,
I mean,
Yeah,
when
you
they
can't think
when
about
they go,
anything
they
else
avoid-
when that music
they
is
avoid
going.
All kinds of controversy. When there's a controversial gospel, they will
Myself,
not
Beth, I don't
address.
feel
They'll
like
talk
you
about
ate
the other two
anything.
readings.
Oh my gosh. Had tons of potatoes, tons of asparagus, a big salad.
Forest Hills like that
I'm gonna
with the
fix you a
music.
different meat. No,
You know-
I didn't like Forest Hills. We went with Cassidy and Miss Hooper.
Richardson,
I
you
don't
know,
like
when he
it.
was sick, he found religion,
In Forest Hills.
and I would go with him. So to me, the Episcopal, you know, it was all, you do this, you do this, you do this, right? You know, it was,
Mm-hmm.
the,
It's like it's
so
like
the
a
Episcopal
routine.
Church
It's
and the
like
Catholic Church
No.
are very
Huh?
similar in the
Really
ritual, right? The ritual is you come in, you do a song, you know, you do the first lesson, you do the second lesson, you do the gospel, you do the sermon, then you do the, you know,
Eucharist and
pum
then
pum 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 pum. And so joining the Episcopal Catholic Church was not in the remotest.
It's not that different.
Right. It just, you know, you didn't worship the Pope. I'm sorry, did I say that out loud? Anyway.
We don't worship. I don't worship the Pope either. I don't even like the guy.
you don't have a pope, and
Right.
there's no pope
Right.
in.
But with elevation, I mean with
Forest Hills.
yeah, you go there and first of all it's singing, and it's like a rock and roll band. Woo, woo, woo.
That's what I
We
like.
love Jesus, Jesus, Jesus.
I love that stuff.
And I'm like
that's
sitting
what
there-
Elevation is.
I'm sitting there going, oh, this is.
I love that
And
stuff.
John
Stuff where you
and I
have to
both would sit
participate.
there through that, and then they did, like put up the big video screens and said, "Hi, my name is Billy Sue, or you know Martha Jane," and I didn't love Jesus at first, and
They gave their testimony.
yes, they gave testimony, and it was wickedly redneck.
Oh, that's my speed right there.
Yeah, and then I found Jesus, and Jesus said, Martha Jean Andrew Jean Joan, you gotta quit doing cocaine and come back down.
Well, that's the whole thing with Emmaus. When you do it with the Latin Americans, there's a lot of people who had addictions and stuff.
Praise the
like
Lord.
that. Yeah.
So there's a lot of hands up, right? All during this shit, there's a hands up. I never saw hands up in
and
my
then it
whole
gets
life.
political into immigration and all that.
Yeah,
That's
well.
when I want to get the hell out of there.
Whatever. It's if it works, it works, because that's what it's for.
That's what
Jesus
yeah.
did not come. Jesus came to save
The
souls.
sinner.
He did not care.
A
Yes.
doctor doesn't need
Yeah.
a healthy person doesn't need a doctor.
But finally, in the end, you know, what's his name would come out. What's his name?
David Chadwick.
He was spectacular.
Yes,
Yeah.
he
And
was.
He would almost get some spit in your eye from the 34th row.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, he was a great speaker. And so my takeaway from that whole thing is the Catholic Church and the, what do we want to call those guys?
Non-denominational.
The Protestant.
The big churches.
Do we want to call them Protestants?
Protestants.
All right, we'll call them Protestants. They are a yin and the yang. The Catholic Church is about keeping the church going year after year, decade after decade, century after century, and they've done that well. Because
2,000 years.
it's very easy to slip away from the gospel and go off on some crazy ass ways, and I think they've done that very well. Whereas you get some priests that you can't understand.
Yeah.
I mean,
That's what turned me off.
That's
Right.
what,
the
that was,
Vietnamese priest,
The,
Oh my gosh.
The Indian dude.
Father Tin,
Oh my God.
I mean, they were torture.
It was
that's what I
awful.
was
The only
gonna
reason
say
I can
before she
understand
didn't
them-
let me say anything.
I can't talk,
Because,
literally.
well, I'll let you talk after I
Nobody's
get
talking.
done. We went through a patch where all of these Hispanic and Vietnamese and
Yeah.
Indian priests would give this homily, and nobody understood crap. Which I went there to understand the word. I mean, I want somebody to explain to me what this is and how it applies to today. And if I can't understand you, how am I gonna get something out of the church? Okay, Joe, go.
Literally, the only reason I can understand the Indian guy, Father Davis, is because my boss is from Laos and has a she knows what she's saying, but she has a really heavy Asian accent, and she's actually trained me at things that I'm good at. So that's the
fine.
only way I
My next door
understand.
neighbor is Laotian.
Mm-hmm.
Well, so that's my point, Joe. My point is, if you go to the Protestant church, you get a guy who's going to make a great speaker. And he's going to say, ladies and children, we need to listen up to the Lord. And
Yep.
If you go up to
He
the
makes
Bethel
you
church, you're gonna
feel
go
like
and
$1
says,
million bucks.
I am not so much sure how to say this, but
Literally, when you go to
Sit down, Bill.
no, I will.
when
So
you
one
go to
of
like
them-
an elevation or a Forest Hills and stuff, you leave there feeling like you could conquer the world because of the way they talk and the music and the
Yeah.
energy.
There's an energy. That's it. There's
You're
an
right.
energy
That's
when you
boss.
leave, when you're there. There's an energy.
You feel it.
Boss.
So
When I leave a Catholic church, I'm pissed off.
Nah, I'm not quite pissed
No,
off.
I'm pissed off because there's
So
kids
you-
crying.
so you know who
You can't understand the priest.
tried to make me understand the Catholic Church ceremony is Marcia, who I have no respect for in many things at all. But Marcia said, this
That
is-
ain't right.
This is a weekly,
Thing.
what's the word for it I'm looking for?
Witness.
A ritual.
Sue, it's a ritual. It's a ritual. It's a ritual.
Yeah.
That's all it is. And you do it weekly, and you.
I don't want a ritual.
I know.
I
but-
want to be spoken to when I need.
I want
and you know
passion.
what?
So
One-
see,
no,
in my
listen,
opi-
listen,
In my
listen.
opinion, those are two different things. You do the ritual, and then also you seek the other.
Okay, but you should get it all in one.
Convenience, I guess.
So it's like an ice cream sandwich.
No, you should have ritual, but not have a priest that you can't understand who's reading from a piece of paper.
I agree.
I
And
mean,
it's so
that's
quiet. It's so
ridiculous.
quiet that
All
you hear
good
the
priests
kids
they send
crying.
on the road.
All right, I got you there.
There are probably kids crying at elevation too, but it's so active and so energetic you can't hear it.
No, Joe, you know why? They
Why?
don't allow children in the,
Yeah. Rudy-
Oh, that's what makes it so great.
yeah, you cannot.
So
You
when
cannot
I
bring a
when I was
baby. I
confirmed,
remember.
when
I
I was
went
confirmed,
into
my
elevation.
father's parents
There was
gave
this
me
one family
the
that
Book of
came in
Common
with a
Prayer.
baby and a carrier, and they were like, "No, you
as
have to
well
bring
as
the
the
baby to
Bible.
the
So the
nursery."
Book of Common Prayer was,
And they were like, "No."
here's what we do.
And there was a big conversation that finally they took the baby into the upper part of the stands with the intention of leaving if the baby started
So,
crying.
yeah.
There's
No
no
children?
interruptions.
I thought about
at
writing a
all.
letter. I
Old
thought
is
about
like
writing a
the
letter to the
youngest
bishop
child in
saying,
the,
look,
in
first
the
of all,
auditorium.
I'm a really recent
Like, how old do you have to
converted,
be to sit in
but
there?
I've been in the church for a
They
long time.
have
And I
so
come
many
from another
youth
background,
programs.
so I'd
Yeah.
like to provide
Like,
you with
I'm saying
perspective
like
perhaps you haven't
18
heard.
Oh,
like,
watch
Oh,
out.
wow.
You think
adults.
that
Wow,
what we're
okay.
because
doing
they have so many
at
youth
St. Gabriel
programs.
and St.
Okay.
Matthews is
And they have really
in any
good,
way, shape, or form a violation of being in a church.
just
You
cool
haven't been in a
things for
church.
the youth.
These are
Yeah.
auditoriums. These are auditoriums. These are
Yeah,
just
no-
giant buildings.
I
There
don't
are no
want,
more
he's talking
looking like
and the person,
churches
you know,
in
person
Europe
next
or
to you.
anywhere.
Amen.
Churches that
You know, and
Yeah.
I just don't like that
They're
part
all
of
Yeah,
it.
auditoriums.
because, well, he's interrupting.
So-
You're trying to
Yeah, I want
You're
to
telling us
listen.
that, you know,
But
you don't
he's-
want these screens
But I
helping
have
us.
tried watching him lately, so every
Because
once
they're
in a while.
distracting.
And he is getting a little bit
If you will
more
take crying
dramatic,
babies out
more
of church,
theatrical.
You can't.
Yeah, but
Why
I,
not?
he's working on,
Really?
he's had a voice
Really?
coach though.
Oh,
we did
Because I
definitely.
can tell that
Yes,
he's,
because
children
his
were not
voice
allowed
never
in the
bothered
church.
me. It was a very
No,
neutral
no,
thing,
they didn't fucking go
maybe
in.
from the
They
very
needed to-
beginning,
They
maybe.
They didn't go into
Yeah,
church.
No, he's not.
Church
He's
was-
not.
You know what, though?
10:45.
Mom, you know what though? When you went to Elevation, it was a huge difference between getting to sit on
But
the
it
church
wasn't the
floor,
same thing, Rudy. I'm
because
telling you,
it felt
was
like
Yeah.
going to
a
church
different hours
than
of the
getting to
day.
sit in the auditorium, than sitting
No
in the
children
auditorium.
in
It
the
felt
church.
like going to, like, I
And
don't know, the
think that we
Spectrum
ought to
Center.
do that.
Yeah, well, if you sit on the
You're
floor,
not
if
gonna
you sit
get
on
that
the
Yes.
back.
stands.
Of course
You
not.
have to sit on the
Other
church
people-
floor.
Have you ever seen it on
People
TV?
there.
Yeah.
It looks so big. It's
Right.
really
We're
not
Democrats.
It's
that big.
huge. It's
You
huge.
think it's huge, but it's not as huge as it looks on TV.
What's huge?
Elevation.
Elevation.
It's like going to
I'm gonna
Spectrum
take
Center.
you,
If you sit
Bill.
upstairs,
No, I'm not.
We're gonna worship the Lord.
Sue,
If
do
you
watch
take
that
him, I'm
on
going.
TV,
well, Alan and his wife go, and
it-
Jimbo and his
and
wife
it-
go.
and it wigs me out.
Yeah, he can't, I can't see.
He is an old Baptist minister. What? What?
oh yeah, that's that. Yep.
Did you see the Lord? Did the Lord say that? Did the Lord?
But
say-
he's gotten a lot more
It's like,
dramatic
buddy,
and more.
You need to quit being so
Yeah.
black because you're a white man.
He's gotten more like that since when I went, which was years ago. He was still at Governor Moorhead.
But Sue, you know what?
That's the first time we
Go to
went.
what works.
I did. I went, and that worked for me.
That's when we first went.
It
When I
got
was
me
like,
through a time.
Yeah, my
when
friend
I
Alan
needed to go.
Burse's wife is, like a Nazi in the regime for them.
But what I don't like about it is, you want to get married in your church. There is no.
They have no ministerial life. Like
No,
you can't
no.
if you're
I've heard the
having
same thing.
if you're having trouble in your marriage,
Right,
they have
right.
nothing.
You know, they have a lot of different ministries. I do have to say they have a lot of ministries.
If they don't
They-
have someone you can go.
No,
and
they
say,
don't.
Yeah.
They don't have a priest you can talk to.
Now she
No.
wants to go.
Now
listen
they
to
have
Steve
strong
Harvey.
partnerships,
I'm pissed,
like-
okay.
You know,
A lot of charity organizations.
That's not for
but they
you,
won't
that's for
take
her.
you in
No.
and see and minister. to
No,
you.
they don't. And that's,
Don't get pissed
I
about
want a
what
priest.
She wants to
Yeah,
do to
I want-
find her way.
The
But
best
you
of
know,
both.
so-
I don't want a priest that has to. I don't want literally to be listening to somebody to be that. I can't. Go speak to him without bodyguards around.
Yeah.
Like
Rudy,
you know.
You're certainly old enough to know that's not true.
What? What did you say?
Nothing.
There's a path.
Nothing. We're just talking.
There
What's
is
a path?
truth, and there is a way.
And either they are Sunni
And
or
it's either
Shia.
my
And if they're
way.
not one or the other, then we should kill
Or
them.
the highway.
They're infidels, and we'll all go to heaven if we kill them.
Yeah.
Man, you need to watch Madam Secretary. It's all about all those foreign.
My dad got addicted, and literally, we barely made it in before first break at the Beaver.
So, Joe, what was one of the things that they talked about that they got really tied up on that they thought about
What?
Where?
in the show?
I didn't watch it because every time I'd come out here, he'd be watching it at top volume,
Joe.
and I couldn't say a word. And I'm like,
Oh my gosh!
and I just go close the door, like, thank you much.
Shut up, Joe. We're watching your show.
Not with Russia and
You
China.
have to be. To me, it was great because it was stimulating. Because I know world affairs, so you sit there and you hang on, and little things were not like that lifting embargo with Cuba. That's not true. The embassy's true, but the lifting the embargo is not.
And that poor Dimitri.
Dimitri. Yeah. Well, Dimitri ended up doing good.
Yeah. You have to watch it. It's just, I know you're watching Ted Lasso, but Lincoln Lawyer, I can't tell you.
Lincoln Lawyer. The problem is that it's.
You can't stop.
I mean, it's one.
He can't stop
legal
anything.
case.
It
That
is
goes
the
through
one
the
legal
whole
case
season.
for the whole season.
Well, I've already spent $20,000 lining up Congress. I'm going to need some cash here from you.
No, it was really a good show. Oh my God. The twists and turns, things you never see coming. happening.
Twist and shout.
Oh,
That was a good
wow,
show.
I like it.
What else did we watch?
The Good Doctor.
Yeah,
I like
that was okay.
Bill said it was okay, but I liked it.
It was good. We watched Night Agent. That was pretty good.
So Joe,
And they watched NCIS.
Joe, what do you think of the Good Doctor? Do you think that was a real person that could have really been like that, or was that Hollywood trying to make a special needs person into a special needs person?
Probably both, because honestly, you'd be shocked at some of the things I mean, literally, when we go on a trip and stuff, that research, Devers, like I was like, I do this research with autistic attention to detail. Like, why would
So Joe,
But
Joe,
he's
Joe,
not only
you know
autistic, he was
Ben,
a
right?
savant.
Yes.
Joe, you know Ben, right?
So there's
Yeah.
savant.
Ben has
Right.
no sense of empathy.
Really?
Well, neither
Really?
did he. In the show.
Hey,
What do you think that means? No sense of empathy. What's empathy?
The ability to identify what other people are feeling.
Exactly. So Ben doesn't really have that. That's part of his autism thing is that, he it's not like he's bad.
Yeah.
He's not good. He just doesn't quite connect
Get it?
that
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, well, neither did the Good Doctor.
Nope.
So would you
No
say
filter.
the Good Doctor could be real, or is it really Hollywood making up an autistic person?
He could be real, but Hollywood probably had a hand in it. Of course they did.
I love that one.
That's a
What
good
is-
answer
what
because
is
you
the
know
name,
it. You're
Dr.
right.
Hanks
You're right.
going
You're
out?
right. Right, Joe. Hollywood always is what Hollywood is.
Uh-huh. It's gonna be some of it's probably real, but some of it probably isn't.
I love it. When they ask, Doctor, what is that? That means you're gonna die.
Yeah, no, yeah.
Yeah.
They didn't want him talking to patients.
And if
But
it
that was a show that if he watched it without me, I didn't care. But
was-
like,
so Alan Burris
Yeah.
has another one he's said that we need to watch, but I have
What is
thoroughly
it?
enjoyed
What is-
Ted Lasso. I must say, it's such a late adapter when it comes to that sort of shit. That here I'm watching Ted Lasso. Didn't they win like the Emmy like in 2021? And they all went up there, right?
I've
In the
never
last
seen
couple
it.
years, yeah.
And what's
Is that
amazing
cricket
is
or-
that woman, who's, the boss, is like 6'5".
She's not 6'5", she's probably my height.
Oh my God, I was watching.
Probably has some
speaking of
6-inch
that,
heels on.
they had that
Again,
picture,
Hollywood.
Of the Trump family when the mother-in-law died. That damn kid is 6'8".
Who?
Barron
I bet you
Trump.
has Mark Lance.
6'8".
Who is?
Are you sure? I thought Barron Trump was still a kid.
No.
Barron Trump is a baby, isn't he?
No.
Barron Trump is 6'8".
He's like 21 now.
Yeah.
Really? I thought they had a baby.
What?
They had a baby 21 years ago.
I thought Melania and
Yeah,
Donna.
his name is Barron.
And, yeah,
Really?
And he's very tall.
Really, really?
Oh, I thought he was a baby.
6'8", Bill. He towers over everybody.
Wow, I didn't know that. I
But
haven't
he
seen
always seems so weird and awkward.
Of course, he's a Trump.
Joe, well played. Well played.
Well, have a seat.
He's a Trump. I mean, they're not. You
guys
don't.
wanna
You
wait
don't
a little
change.
while for
You
dessert, or
don't
you
change
guys
the
know?
world by being like everybody else in it.
Joe?
You ready for dessert?
Right.
That's true.
Yep.
Yep.
Ooh, what kind of dessert we have?
Cheesecake.
Ooh.
See, when I just got up,
Yeah?
the stiffness goes from here to
I
here.
know, you gotta get up frequently, otherwise the stiffness.
Yeah, they'll root it up.
My friend said, I got back from New York, I had to get on the bike because I was getting stiff in places and I shouldn't.
Yeah. I find that, the best thing for me is like when I'm at school and I've got nothing to do, I sit in a chair and I do this.
Yeah, I do the same thing right there.
Yeah, but you know what? My therapist
My
said,
problem is this.
if you can do this with no problem, then you need to change it up and get a band and do that.
Oh yeah, well, you go do that and
Because it's not doing you any good.
so my friend Mike
It's not
Lamar's
strengthening
son
your
had
muscles.
like a thing put into his knee.
No, you gotta walk. That's the bottom line.
I know,
You gotta
I've
get your
gotta
ass
walk.
outside and walk. Not you.
Oh, I had that
I've
for
got-
20 years.
Yeah.
It
I mean,
went
I
good,
feel like I've walked
and I was
enough.
told, those things are still
You know,
good.
doing daily
It's
stuff.
not the same. It's not
I
the
know.
same as putting your shoes on and going outside.
I know.
So cold to go outside though.
It's not bad if you stay in the sun. I've been walking the last 3 days. And I go tomorrow too. I'm gonna go with Marsha and Katie and them.
That's
Who's
crazy.
going?
Marsha, as far as I know, Marsha, Katie, Jean, and Prudy. That's what I think. They just make you laugh. And you don't realize, you get your exercise in and you've had fun and it's not, because trying to get my 3 miles done, sometimes I'm just like, oh my God, I'm not gonna make it.
There's no way I could do that walk yet.
No, you're not ready. Well, Marsha said, I'm gonna call Sue. I was like, oh.
She used to do 3 miles, and whenever I'd ask her to take me downtown and go walking and stuff,
Yeah.
she wouldn't do it. I could do like 6.
Oh, well, I don't know that I could do 6. I can do 3.
You know what I did once?
And I put hills in my workouts. I go up and down all through my neighborhood.
You know what me and Daddy did once? The
What?
train didn't show. Well, the train was having issues because it had a tree fall on the line. This was like 2018.
Uh-huh.
We walked all the way down from the bottom of South End, from New Bern Street and
Yeah.
stuff. We walked from there all the way to Trade and Tryon.
Wow. That's a long way.
Mm-hmm. We went up the whole rail trail. We went up Tryon.
I'm gonna sit this one out, okay? You all excuse me?
No,
for sitting
you
this
can
one?
sit at the
Hell
table.
no, I'm not gonna put myself through that temptation.
Well, close your eyes and pretend you're me.
Well, we're just gonna come sit over there with you with our plates.
I'll sit at the
And
table.
we're gonna eat pie.
You can be sociable.
We're gonna
I
eat pie.
am, can be sociable from right here.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
You
Wow.
can.
Did you make this, Sue?
Yes, I did.
Well, Lori called up a little early and wanted your recipe. Lori,
Who my aunt?
what'd you think of that answer?
Who my aunt?
My
Your
sister.
aunt. Your
My
aunt.
sister makes this.
Oh.
She makes it at Christmas.
Not as well as your mother does, but she tries.
Same recipe. But sometimes I don't know what the hell she does.
What?
My sister.
Is she a good cook?
No.
No.
Ah.
She didn't take after your mom?
My mother's not a good cook either, really.
No. My mother
She-
got to be a terrible cook. My mother kept saying, I could go to Sally's and cook. I'm like, Mom, I don't think so.
My mother cooks some things good,
Mhm.
but my mother was always, I'm gonna cook it first thing in the morning.
Mhm, and let it just sit around all
And,
day.
Yeah.
and so I don't have to, no,
No,
that's you,
that's
yours,
me, okay.
yeah.
Well, I'm the one right under the table here.
The food at Christmas Eve was so good.
Joe, you want cheesecake?
Yes, please.
Chubington and cheesecake? Nah. Need you ask?
Here, why don't you come and help him? Here, Joe, is a fork.
Joe, you want me to help you eat it?
Nah, I think I got it.
Yeah, stay away.
The
from-
one time she wants me to feed you and you don't.
Yep, stay away, Dad. I got my own
Thank you, Joe.
cheesecake.
Huh?
Thank you.
I have no idea.
For
how
what?
it's gonna turn out. Because,
Sure, it's delicious.
Peppers.
well,
Thank you, sweetie.
Well,
I was
what?
waiting for the, timer to go off. Like, did the timer go off?
It did. You just didn't hear it.
Yeah, I did it, so it overcooked.
Oh, there's no such thing.
Yummy. I love sour cherry.
Mm,
Have you got any,
Good. Take some home.
love it.
have you got any?
Take some home with you.
Diamonds?
Logistics worked out for, Abby's wedding?
Yeah.
Where?
I'll have to let you.
Yes.
Gastonia.
Yeah, it's Gastonia and an old mill.
Ooh.
Battlestar Gastonia.
Oh wow.
Joe's got a love.
But you've seen the place, right?
Place in Gastonia.
Ooh. Cavendish. Want some of their pizza soon.
And Cowboy.
It did
Boy,
come out
right?
good. You want milk or anything with it?
Delish, thank you.
You can have some milk with it?
Bill, when I used to go work in New York in the 80s, and one of the times I would go to Herald Square and get a piece of that Brooklyn cheesecake and a glass of milk, and that's all I would eat. God, that stuff.
Yep.
I mean, they give you a little piece of cheesecake and weigh you down.
So really, you know, back in the day when you went to Walmart, you could fly through Northwest Arkansas Airport. Not once, but twice, Artie. What was Artie's last name?
Private.
Artie Lavin. Artie! Artie have a bag of socks with them.
Here, Joe.
But yeah, I love me some Cavendish Brewing in downtown Gastonia.
Joe,
How's his
I
friend
mean,
doing
Rudy.
at work?
Mm-hmm.
How's his friend doing at work, Dave?
Good.
So a while back, you know, I talked to Ben. I said, Ben, how you doing? You know, you hanging in there? He said, well, Dad, it's washing dishes. You know, it doesn't change much. And I said, well, Bud, you don't have to do it. But, you know, if you don't want to, if there's something else you want to do, just let me know and we'll work on it. And he's like, okay. And he kind of didn't go anywhere with that. So I said, how about doing food prep? I know you said food prep would be something you like to do. And he said, yeah. So we kind of went down that route. And I said, so Ben, what do you think? What'd they say? He said, well, I'd have to come in at 9 a.m.
8.
No, or 8. And right now it comes in at 10. I said, what do you think? He said, I think I'm good with what I'm doing.
Like me. Literally, I love my job. I hate going because I hate getting up early.
5:15.
Well, that's me now.
I
gotta-
tried to tell him, I was like, I could take you on, you know, you didn't have to ride your bike.
I'm at
He had to ride his bike
5:50.
last Thursday. Ooh, no, that was
I
cool.
told Rudy, I said, you know how long that drive is for me to Suffolk? It's exactly 3 miles. It takes 9 minutes in the morning.
Oh, no, try 40.
So what? So you have to be there at what time?
Well, you know, if you're a teacher you gotta be in the parking lot, you know, so a lot of teachers like, I have to be there at 6:15, so I can kind of get, you know, ground before the day's going, like, yeah.
Figure out canvas.
How do you go from your house to South Franklin Road?
Yes.
Carmel Road and Park Road.
Uh-huh.
Carmel, Quail
Quail.
Hollow, Glen Eagles,
Okay, that's
Park
what I
Road.
thought.
it's
Yeah,
3 miles.
Eagles
It
and
takes
Park Road.
absolutely nothing.
Hey, you should try
And there's no traffic at that time in the morning.
what you should try Lion Services. It's like 40 minutes, no traffic, no stops.
It's on the other side of the world.
Yeah.
I am going right around the corner, and that's one of the reasons I chose that school.
Yeah, they
So,
pick you up
You
yesterday.
haven't actually taught a class yet.
Hold on, do what, Daddy?
They
and
picked
you're
you
still
up
trying to
yesterday
figure out
at-
Canvas.
At 6:23, and you got there.
And how to get your
at
lessons
7:11.
pulled up.
Yeah.
Yep.
So I've
That's
already been
par for the
told that
course.
I was looking at a bunch of other people's lesson plans, and their first 3 days were all introduction. You know, so I'm like, that's so. I start on this Friday. So
But what have they been doing since they went back to school?
Getting ready for exams.
They're not. They're in exams.
Oh, they're taking exams. Oh, okay.
So I'm a third, fourth quarter teacher. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
I
period.
teach from the third quarter to the fourth quarter. So the second semester, if you will. So anyway, so I am already planned out everything I'm gonna do on the 26th. On the 29th, I've gotta refigure out what I'm gonna do and then slide into the, educational program, so. It's just a matter of, my whole thing is, I don't wanna get into a classroom, all of a sudden, you gotta keep these kids occupied for 70 minutes. That's a long time,
Mm-hmm.
a long time.
And they're teenagers.
Especially when they start at 7:10.
Uh-huh.
But the curriculum,
So I wanna know what goes from here to here to here to here, and I've been given that. But at the same time, I'm like, all right, so I gotta put this in Canvas, and do all that. And it's,
you'd be surprised, because the curriculum and the pacing guide, it'll take up that time.
so because I'm CTE, it's a little more slack, it's not like, fourth grade English. where
CTE,
everything
what is CTE?
Career technical education. We used to have that at GMS.
Yeah.
But see, GMS is like,
I think my paycheck comes from the federal government.
Really?
well, if the school system was in receivership and they weren't telling us about it, it wouldn't surprise me at all.
Well, bottom line is, it's one of these things that said, look, everybody isn't going to college, let's make sure that. So, it includes auto mechanics, includes culinary.
I should have taken auto tech when I was in school.
Yeah.
That would have been fun if I was like the blind mechanic in town.
Hey Joe, what would you do if you had to test drive your work?
Get you to do it.
So let me feel out your fuel line and see what it,
Yeah.
if I think there's something wrong with it.
I probably could fix a lot of stuff on a car by
Let
feel.
me put my hand on the hot engine and see.
Yep. Well, it didn't burn this shape in my hand, so
But culinary, they have a big culinary school. So they've already got all these, pathways to take kids.
I only went to Myers Park, especially my last year, for girls and culinary. That's it.
What were the girls in culinary like?
I said girls and culinary.
Oh,
Oh, you said what were they like?
uh-huh.
I mean, they were girls. I mean,
Were they well fed?
I don't remember. I remember Chef D and stuff, and I remember making stuff. I remember one time I got to see Chef D, and he told me about he had some kids in school, and they had octopus, right? And well, I love that stuff, but they were waiting in line to try it, and everybody and all the girls like, ew. And they were like, and then Chef D was
So
like,
cute.
yeah, but if Joe was here, he would try it. And all of them got in line to try it.
Bill, you want some more?
I do not, but it's delish, thank you. It was heavy
Can I
duty.
give you some to take?
Oh, that was so good.
Bill, you want some to take home? Okay.
No.
He'll
And
hide
you
it.
have a whole bag of Take Fives in your thing.
Well, they go to school.
Oh.
What are you doing now for work, Miss Beth?
Not much, Joe.
I work at
Not
Wells
much. She's
Fargo.
Complaining is really what she does, mostly.
She hates it. It's a
You want
horrible
to-
job.
She hates it.
Hey, you want to come work at Lion Services?
No, she doesn't.
Why?
Because she's not blind.
Well, she can. Well,
And she don't want to work with Hispanics and loud.
whatever.
She's more into real estate and banking, Joe,
Oh,
not production.
Just gotta find her someone who
Man, I wish you could find.
challenges a little bit better.
what, Daddy?
Or we sell the house in mid-Mexico.
Fundraising.
Da, 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 da.
How's she gonna make it here every Friday night?
Ah,
Yeah, I got her own cup and everything.
Did you see my cup?
Wow.
Our office used to only. we call that the office.
Wow,
You always call it
that's very
office.
compelling.
For office
I
or
know.
something.
and-
hey, you could do like everybody
and I
else
might
does
read
and
the
just go on
telephone
Zoom.
and say, where the hell's Bill?
I kinda get it.
You can't
Kinda
really.
get
Oh, yes.
concerned when Beth doesn't come in on Friday. What's wrong, why?
No, she's probably no. That probably means mommy's going there on Saturday.
How you doing there, Joe?
Great.
Let me help you.
Hey, Joe, how was that meat?
That was great.
I'll leave the cherry.
Hey.
I love the cherry.
Well, it was delicious, Rudy. Thank you,
I
thank
could
you,
get
thank
really,
you.
when my mother used to make it, I'd go
Yeah,
in
we
there
don't-
and like scrape off all the cherries.
I
Ah,
love the cherries.
I do too.
I'm not a big cheesecake person either. But I have to tell you, there was a big difference in that
That
crust.
was really good. By doing your own crushing and letting it go a little long, getting a little crispier.
Well, I think it has sugar in the cookies, and then in my recipe, you're supposed to use the graham cracker crumbs and then add a little sugar. So it ended up being a little sweeter this time. So I think it's
So good.
because there's probably more sugar in the
Cookies.
cookies.
Joe's like,
Oh
put
yeah.
that pie in my
Really?
mouth. So Joe,
Let's take it
have
so
you,
long.
have you
Here.
heard that, like, shut your pie
Look.
hole?
Yeah.
Open your pie hole.
I remember pie day at school, and this one guy was like, "Oh, I know more digits of pie than everybody else." I was like, the first thing I said to him was, "You might know digits of pie, but you don't know digits of phone numbers." And
Okay. Here.
he's like,
Uh-oh.
and it's like blah 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 blah, and then finally, you know what? I said, "You know what? Well then, shut your pie hole."
All right, open your
All
pie
right.
hole.
Open it.
There you go.
There
Pie in
you
the pie
go.
hole. Pie in the pie hole. Pie in the pie hole.
And you know when we put on sunscreen, we put on sunscreen. Mom was like, "Close your face," like close my eyes and my mouth and stuff.
Yeah, I always say.
Close the pie hole.
I hate putting on sunscreen, so I spray his face. I'm like, close your face. And I spray it. I'm not gonna wipe. Could you imagine putting lotion all over this big body here? Open
well,
up.
It's been done
Yes, I
before.
could,
Open the pie
because I
hole.
do
Open the
that.
pie hole. Whoop, 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 whoop.
I just get
It's
the
been
spray.
done before.
You rub it all. Oh my god.
No, I didn't do it
Cause it's the
last
spray
time
doesn't-
you-
because
tried-
my belly goes from here to here to here to here, all the way back.
The last time he tried to put on sunscreen by himself,
I got burnt.
Chris.
oh my god, he was at, where were you?
I was at a park and then
Ben's
feel like
in and out of the water a ton, so you have to put a lot of sunscreen on there.
That poor guy, his face looks like he's caked in bear grease.
who?
Oh my god.
Who, Ben?
Ben.
No, I
Oh.
just
His
get
mother
everything
kicks
as I
it,
just stand
puts
there.
that stuff all over him. Because he's putting on his
And then he
sunglasses
sits
and then he puts
under,
on his
yeah,
goggles.
See, Ben's in the
And yeah, yeah.
in the water.
If he was in the water, it would be different.
Yeah.
And then the first day he gets some spots that were
Yeah.
missed and that or come through the chair or whatever. And then the next day he wears a shirt and I don't have to worry about him.
Yeah.
And then I can't take a shirt off because
It's fried to my body.
Well, no, it's one of those beach shirts that's cool and he doesn't mind that, do you?
I
no.
have one of
It
those.
saves a
long sleeve
lot
one.
of sunscreen.
Sometimes I like going. Sometimes I like going all natural. You know, at least the top part.
Oh my, oh my.
When we went on that cruise, he wanted to go
You
to
got
a
pissed at me
topless.
'cause we didn't do it.
Yeah.
It was cold and nobody else made something.
I should have.
A cherry fell on the.
Now I really want to go to the topless
laughed when I
beach. You
went
know,
for
for
it.
different reasons.
Now that you can't see it, right?
Huh?
It
No,
doesn't
I
matter
got a
because
cherry
you
too.
can't see
I
it,
love the
right?
cherry part.
It may not, depending on things.
Right.
Nothing.
You're not going to a topless.
Or our nieces used to say, sings. What's that? That sings.
Things.
What is sing?
Things. They can't
Oh.
say their THs.
Oh,
Uh.
There's some things.
Sings.
It's like chopping.
Yeah.
chopping. To
Chopping.
buy, to buy.
To buy, to buy. George
Chopping,
buy.
chopping.
No, that was roll.
Yeah,
Roll.
that was Roll. That was one of my all-time favorites. I said, I think I'm going to marry this girl. She's got interesting friends.
So where's Marcia? She went
She
chopping.
went to
Chopping.
She went chopping, and I'm like,
Chop.
chopping?
Chopping.
Yeah, you know, Dubai.
Oh.
yes, Dubai, and so yes.
Dubai.
That sounds like me to just like take off to Dubai or whatever, but I can't.
But it's so funny
Oh,
how
good,
life.
everybody finished. Now I can come back.
You done?
Yes, thank you.
May I?
Nay.
So, Joe, one of my very best friends, who I lived with all my life, lives in Abu Dhabi now,
Oh wow.
just down the road from Dubai.
Yep. Yeah. Dubai's like Dubai has like the tallest building in the world and like
Yeah.
a fake beach.
Yes, it does.
Vegas has fake beaches.
Where?
Some of the properties in the hotels have fake beaches.
Next time, like I said.
Some of them have like actual sand and zero entry pools with waves in them.
Vegas has topless beach hotels, parts of their.
That's what I told Sue. We gotta have.
We went to a nude beach.
Who?
Me and you.
Yeah, I remember.
You know what?
Naked.
Hey. I was thinking of this the other day,
What?
especially Daddy, because he always says this. Could you really say that I've been to Vegas if you didn't know that I was blind yet?
You went to Vegas.
You mean you?
Because I couldn't drink. I was
I
pregnant
spent
with
the
him.
whole time swimming,
Yeah, you did.
but not in the hotel pools.
No.
I think I was like just in like the end of my first trimester.
I remember you couldn't drink and you had that, so you bought that huge lobster.
Because I won like $300 at the
Susan,
At the
I'm not
tables.
begrudging you the damn lobster. I'm just saying. God almighty.
I know.
She's not saying you did. She's like, oh yeah, because,
Joe,
yes.
you don't like Pinot
Everybody
Noir,
else
do you?
was eating
No.
and drinking and we like all just split the check and I'm like, but I'm not drinking and I didn't really want steak and we were going to the fancy restaurants
That's why I love
and I won
going out
like
with these
$300 and something at what is it, Caribbean Stud Poker.
I don't
That's
know
the
what
only
that
game
is.
I will play it on a
That's
in
why I
a
love going
casino.
out with this.
Hey, we're gonna be eating and drinking in Vegas when we go.
You had one more piece of thing that I did, or you had no. It
No,
took it
what?
right down the middle.
Rudy, usually, no, we had all the booze.
Nah.
It
No,
doesn't
because I
matter to
drink
me.
too.
I just can't do it. Honestly, I just
We're
can't do
realistic.
it.
Hey, when the Panthers play the Raiders in Vegas,
They drink.
we're gonna
He
go.
drinks nothing, and she drinks one glass of wine.
He takes
And Bill and
the
I have
fun
like
out
6
going
between
out.
the two of us.
Do you still split it?
No.
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 We don't, we say like, give them their,
Yeah.
and give us everything else.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think we drink all the same. I'll have a couple glasses or a couple of drinks. You'll have a couple of drinks.
Mm-hmm.
You know, which one of you has longer fingers?
Susan,
Beth and
I
Susan?
love hanging out with these people.
Beth
I
and
don't even
Susan?
hang out with my own brother. So, it doesn't matter.
I know.
It's just a chance to go out. And now that Joe is an adult, you just can join in the conversation and stuff.
Not all.
You should have seen me
February, you come
growing.
over for fried chicken.
There you go. You should see Joe growing those sideburns when he was going to Nashville.
And you still look at him.
Well, they
has
kind of
them.
grew back.
Yeah.
No, you just didn't shave them. Look at the
I know.
side, honey. You have to help them with the sideburns, hon. Like
No, they're fine.
no,
they're
no,
fine.
They're really not.
I'm gonna grow them back
Let
again
me
when I
see
go.
the other side.
I'm
Are
gonna
they
grow
at
them back
least
again when I go to
even?
Vegas.
Are they even? No, they're not
No,
even
no.
even.
Joe,
Yeah.
can you see that they're
He
not
shaved
even?
right
No.
Okay.
Okay,
then.
Rudy, you can see, and please just go fix them.
But do we really care?
Yeah.
Why?
Yeah, because it doesn't look good.
Mother.
Doesn't
I
look
think that
good.
He's gonna be able to star in a Star Trek episode from
I say we get
1965.
comfortable on the couch.
With those
Let's go
sideburns.
sit.
Sorry,
the
the
couch.
show didn't start until '66, man.
Hey,
I love that show.
when we go to
What's the
Vegas,
matter?
when we go to Vegas and
Yes,
stuff,
Joe?
Yeah?
we're gonna be eating and drinking and having
When
fun.
are you going to Vegas?
You mean when are we going?
Oh.
When the Panthers play there
Oh.
When?
next year.
Oh, next year.
And mommy's going
That makes
this
sense.
time.
Right?
What about now?
Oh, that's a bad part.
If the dog is alive, mommy stays home.
No, if
Why?
the dog is alive, we get Night to come and stay with the dog.
No.
We'll put it in the garage in our house.
I'm sure Night would rather be with me in Vegas.
Yeah.
Please do.
Oh my God, I'm so full.
Is he following you? My God, it's something else.
You know, back at the time you guys went to Vegas, the fact that the fact that they would ever have an NFL team was like, you would get laughed at for saying that.
Rudy, why don't you come sit in a chair? Bill, sit in a chair.
I'm
Joey.
going
You
to,
go.
Mr.
So
Lippercup.
really, my father, years and years and years ago, said, you know, if you go to New Orleans,
Chair like that
go
for a
go to
long
the
time.
French Quarter until after dark. Don't go, just let there be some romance. So
Uh-huh.
Beth and I went out to Las Vegas, and we were staying at the.
Bellagio.
I was like, wow, this is kind of nice, and this is what you've been complaining about all these years.
It's not
But
that
one
nice.
morning I went out and I was like, "Ooh, this is awful." I mean, it's just pornography all over the streets. You know, just trash. It's hot. It's humid.
Where?
In Las Vegas
Humid?
at 10 in the morning.
Yeah, and if a drop of rain water falls, the
Those strip
But the bottom
floods.
line is,
street floods.
but the bottom line is, these places are built for entertainment. Don't go out till after dark.
Yeah.
Hey, Joey,
Yeah.
would you pass me the
If I were to go to Vegas,
horseradish so I
I
could
would
put
sit
the
by
lid
the
on it?
pool,
I don't know where it
get
is.
a little
Right there in front of you.
banana.
No, you
With
had
a
it
bunch of your
on your right, on your left hand.
girlfriends
You
or-
had it right there.
Oh, there?
All right.
Yeah.
Yes, I know. Thank you. Thank you.
I'd love to go.
That's what I
Extend
would
your
do.
hand
I
this
would
way.
sit by the pool all day.
I've been to Vegas. I mean, New Orleans.
A nice dinner.
You can come over to our house and we have a pool. You can sit next to it.
I've been to New Orleans.
And it's free.
Nope.
My mom's pool.
I gotta get you some more of this creamy,
Horseradish.
yeah, for
I've been-
your,
I've been to New Orleans.
for your special breakfast.
No.
Yep. My special breakfast.
You damn right, Joe.
What
Anybody
special-
who gets lox and
So
bagels,
Sue,
Oh.
where's
Serve
the
to
next
them.
big time trip that the four of us are going?
ooh,
But I don't eat horseradish with them.
Which
Italy in 25. At least the Amalfi Coast for like 4 days, 5 days.
Costa Amalfitana.
No.
But you can't. You have to
can.
go down those stairs.
You can sit in front of the pool. You
you.
get it
Is that
all,
what you do?
I mean,
Yeah.
there's pools overlooking
No,
the
I'm
thing,
good.
but you do it like from 4 to 6. And then, I mean, you go out on, I don't know, it all depends on what time of year we go.
Have you been there before?
I've not been to the Amalfi Coast. I've been to Rome, Florence, and Venice twice.
Hey, so.
And one time, I remember.
It
You know
all
what?
depends how mobile we are too.
You know what I remember about
I
Venice?
know I could break it up.
What do you remember about
Mobile,
Venice, son?
hostile.
Well, yeah, I told you that story. Remember when the hotel was just going up and down like this and like.
Yeah, you did. Come here.
Of all the
Give me
new
something.
situations.
Yeah.
Come here, Chummingtown.
Look, honey, if you can't get up from the beach
Can I borrow some face?
to go to dinner,
I love you,
Love
Chummingtown.
you too.
Well, you know, there's the beach, but then you just walk through town, you know, a couple hours on the beach, walk through town, go have a nice seafood lunch. I mean, it's just each town is known for something different. And, I don't know. My Trisha's friend that's a travel agent who did my cruises in Aruba, and she does that. I said, do you do Italy? And she said, yes. She said, I had a trip planned for a couple. I mean, I had all their transportation, I had their private tickets, and everything planned. And, no, not COVID. Somebody got sick and they had to cancel at the last minute. It was an older couple. So, I mean, I want private transfers because I don't wanna I see all these videos of people on the cobblestone streets going up hills and up steps with their luggage.
Yeah.
Yeah, don't do
to the
that.
hotel, and I'm not gonna do that.
That'd be a pain in the butt.
Who did our trips in Germany?
In Germany?
No
Scotty
pickups.
Raider.
No, not in Germany.
That was it
France.
Katie?
Germany was,
Pickups.
huh?
The pickups from the airport to the boat. Or to the hotel.
They were all arranged by either Uniworld. They were arranged by Uniworld.
So how
They
about
had their own private.
How about
business
Barcelona?
over there.
Hey, that's
I like
good.
I would do
Catalan.
Barcelona.
how about Alaska? Would you like to do
No.
Alaska cruise?
If it's cruise.
If you go to
if we
Alaska-
cruise, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I love you guys, but if we with Joey and Tony.
A European cruise.
And ain't gonna be no Alaska because I
As long
can't
as
see.
it's not in the Middle East.
We never wanted to do Alaska because it's too visual and it's
And what-
And cold.
Joey.
And cold.
But I've heard it's a beautiful cruise.
If it weren't so cold, I would just stay on the ship and go to the clubs all day.
Let's do the Caribbean then.
I would do.
I wanna go on a
river
mega ship.
Cruise,
Right.
like the Amsterdam, the tulips, and
Yeah, I'd do the two.
I wanna go on a carnival cruise.
Yeah.
Okay, Joe. You got it.
I want one of the fun ships, the party ships.
It's all noise 24/7.
That's what I like.
Come back with the plague or something.
We wanna
Too
go,
many people.
we wanna go with you and Tony to, New England. on a-
I would love that because New England is like towns and cities and
And it goes all the way up to Canada and then I can.
And then I could bring
Where
back-
in Italy would you want to go, Bill?
We're in Italy?
Yeah,
Well, I
you've
mean,
already been to Italy, but there's
no,
so
I
many
mean,
parts
Italy
of
is
Italy.
Italy. I mean, we.
there's so many places to go in
Where
Italy.
would you want to go?
Northern Italy next, right?
I'd love to go to Naples.
Well, that's the problem, because
Okay.
our group is southern and.
Okay, no.
No, I'll do that. If I'm invited, I'll go there.
But if you do-
You sound like me, Mr. Bill. If I'm invited, I'll go anywhere.
Yeah, I'm easy.
And go do the Lake Como,
Yes.
Switzerland for
Yeah.
5 days,
Right.
and take a train all the way down south.
Dude, and if you go to Switzerland for
So
a day, you can go to Italy for a
5 days,
week.
And then you fly out of Naples home.
From everything I hear, Milan is not Italy. It's Austria.
But that's
so
still great.
most of northern Italy is.
So it's productive.
Yeah, pretty much.
The most productive city in,
It's industrial and productive.
right.
What?
Just like,
Cinque
what's the
Terre,
city
is that where you
Spain?
want to go?
Where the Catalans hang out, where? Barcelona.
But see, Barcelona has a party scene. Milan doesn't.
So I haven't been to Barcelona. I'd like to see Barcelona.
I would love to do Portugal.
My sister, did
Can-
a cruise of the Baltic.
Can I go any of these places with you?
Not with
do
Beth and Bill, no.
Do Denmark, all the way around, and Sweden, all the things.
Norway, Sweden, Denmark.
Every day, Charlotte has two Lufthansa flights that go to Munich and one goes to Frankfurt.
Yep.
Panthers. Yeah, the Panthers are playing it.
I would not mind doing German Christmas. So.
I would love to do the Rhine, where you start in Switzerland and go into the continent.
We got a new Uniworld catalog today.
Ooh, yeah. Which one strikes your fancy?
And a new yachting
I
magazine.
like the one through Spain and Portugal. I like the
I would
one
do
in Holland, with
Spain,
the
Portugal, Holland.
Yeah, he did this trip, but I wasn't ready to go, but like, there's a trip with a priest. They say it's
I
a
would,
religious thing.
honestly, I would
wanna
even give
go
up the
where
Italy
they
trip
go
to do.
to the Holy Land and to the,
Cause I'm worried about Italy. I mean, I've
Parts
seen
of Italy,
Longhorns
so-
and Venice.
Yeah.
I don't know. You know, that
And
trip that
a
Deb
mall
and I,
camp
when
where
we did
everything
Italy,
is on a hill.
I mean, we had personal guides for almost everything. And that made such a big difference. And I mean, I feel like I'm pretty well read, but when it comes to art, not so much, you
It's
know.
a
And
beach town. I
the
don't want
importance of
to
this
go
piece
all
of
the way
art
to
is
Italy to
blah,
lay
blah,
on
blah,
the
you know,
beach.
the importance of this one.
You know, that's
I
not.
don't know, you know, Rudy also.
Hey, and it's Italian. It's an Italian beach town. It's better, isn't it?
So, for example, I don't think I'm gonna go to Tokyo.
But he's talking about Milan. Milan is a big city. It's like
Right.
I said, it's an industrial center.
Right.
It's not.
You know, I remember a guy from Canada saying, it's like,
But Ashley said to
it's like
stay
Cleveland,
in
it's just a big city.
They
You
call
know, Quebec City.
Capri, not Capri, but I call it.
Boy, it's telling me that they had an underground, there was, I guess it's one of the guys that was Dr. Lafayette.
Capri.
Yeah, and they have an underground city that you